Jai Gurudev, everyone. So, we just finished the garland of bhajan which have been offered to Giridhariji, to the Lord, to the Master, to the Sadguru. Indeed, it is rare in life to meet one Sadguru. This is what the scriptures and all the great sages, if you look at their writing, they talk about. It is not every time but human, especially devotee being born, but the Sadguru also incarnate. Due to one punya, one receives that grace. And one receives that luck through the grace of the Lord Himself to be at the feet of the Master. Those who doesn't have that grace, they so long for it. They search. But even among those who long, who have found the place at the feet of the Master, how many truly know the Master? How many truly know the Guru? People see the external, like Lord Krishna Himself said, fool are those who see the external and think that I'm just this. But yet, one will ask a question, why Bhagavan don't reveal Himself? Why the Sadguru don't reveal Himself? No? This is a big question. But are you ready for that? You see, you may think that one is ready. But one is not ready. Because yet you have heard so many things. No? But yet, how the mind flicker around. How the mind change direction. In the Gita, Bhagavan said, where one attachment, where one desire lies, that become one reality. No? And everybody is like this. When one desire, one intellect turn towards something, the attachment start there. No? For example, one desire to have €1,000,000, for example. The mind, what happened to the mind? You know, you have a thought first, no? You want to have that. So your mind is attached to that thought. So that thought, when it becomes the reality, you are happy. Once you got 1,000,000, it's never enough. Then you will want 2,000,000. And if you don't get the 2,000,000, you become miserable. You become unhappy. This is how the mind is. One project what one have in one mind upon everything that one does in life. And when one meet the Sadguru, don't think when you meet the Sadguru, you're already holy, you're already saint. No, you're same as you are. You get transformed only when truly and sincerely you have surrendered. If sincerely you have not surrendered, you can meet hundreds and thousands of saints. It's not that you will not receive the blessing, but that grace you will not receive. That's why it is said that it is rare, to meet the Sadguru. Like I was saying, among those who meet who truly knows the Sadguru. Some Guru disguise themselves so well that you can't even find them. They can be your neighbor. They can be the people which you encounter every day. But in your mind, you will never recognize that grace. For the mind to recognize that grace, for one to recognize that grace, one must be fully in tune with it. As long as you are not in tune, you do not recognize. And how to get in tune is when your mind gets absorbed and transformed. The mind should run inside. Then you can recognize the Master. Then you can recognize who truly is the Master. In Bhagwan Krishna's time, thousands have seen him. No? When he was on the battlefield, thousands were there looking at him. He was just a charioteer of Arjuna. But how many recognize him? Many knows, yes, they have heard great wonders. They have heard the greatness of Lord Krishna. But how many recognize it? How many truly say, yes, you are truly the Supreme Lord? Not many. That's why Bhagavan said, the fool look only to the outside and think that I'm just a mere human being. And same goes for the Sadguru. You look in the outside, you perceive only your own imperfection. And due to your imperfection, you can't recognize. You have to open up your mind. You have, like I was explaining yesterday, you must have that longing for God, Once a student went to his guru and said, Maharaj, I would like to know what is longing for God. The guru didn't answer him. Took him to the nearby lake and put his head in the water, like drowning him. After a while, he pulled him out. I said, how do you feel? I was very scared. I was shocked. But then the Guru said, but how do you feel now that you are out of the water? I said, when I was inside, I was longing for air. So then the Guru said, that must be the same longing. But you can't live without the beloved. You can't live without the Lord Himself. You see, the act of putting the head in the water can be very shocking, no? Because for the mind, said, yes, he's killing me. He's finishing me. But it's true. If that Guru doesn't finish the old you, how would the new you awake? How would you awake? You have hung on this old self through thousands or millions of lives. You have continuously, repeatedly doing the same thing. Even in this life itself, you've been doing the same thing all the time. When somebody run right, all of you run right. When somebody run left, you all turn and run left. And then yet, you expect something different in your life? Huh? Like fools, you're running left when the whole world run left, you all run left. And yet, you expect something to change in your life. You want great awakening happening in your life. That will never happen. It will happen only when you do opposite what your mind dictates you. It may be challenging. But when you do something different, you can bring something new to the world. But if you do the same thing which the whole world is doing, you will not reach anywhere. That the first thing what you have done, different from everybody, is to go on the spiritual path. You see, this doesn't happen just like that. Some may think, yes, I have heard from my cousin or from my neighbor, from my friend, there's a nice ashram, there's a nice guru there, let's go. No, it doesn't happen like this. Many are called, but few are chosen. Many people will come out of curiosity, but even that is dictated by the will of the Lord Himself. He gave and allowed those to come for a short time. But that choice to change must be there. If you don't change, you stay the same old you, then how would you awake? So that willingness of change, that transforming of the mind from the mundane, the mind which run unto all kind of desire into the outside reality, when that mind itself turn inwardly and long for the Lord, then He sent the Guru. But when the mind starts to search, the longing awake. You start searching, you read, you want to get to know more and more, no? So that longing awake and the Guru appeared. Don't think that when the Guru appeared, straight away said, here, take, you have come to my shelter, you have come to be, taught, here, have him. No, it doesn't happen just like that. Longing is there, but how long does it stay? Eh? You tell me. The worry of the world will catch up, no? The fear of the world will catch up. It doesn't stay long because of insecurity. So ask yourself why there is this insecureness inside. Because of lack of belief. You believe in everything which internet tell you. You believe everything which newspaper write. No? You believe everything what your neighbor tell you. But very rarely you believe fully what the Guru tell you. The word of the Guru is the word of the Lord Himself. It's not that what the Guru said is wrong. Because what the Guru said, it is the Lord Himself saying. But how many recognize that reality? Very often you hear something, you don't realize it. But later on, when it happened, oh yeah. Even few days ago, I was talking with somebody in Greece, you know what happened in Greece, very sad. Some of the devotee house also were burned. No, not devotee's house were burned. Many people in that region where I go often, about 100 people died. Some years back, I had a talk with the devotee. We were sitting and talking, and he asked me. And I said to him, I don't remember, he reminded me. I said many things, but my brain is out sometimes. I always tease Swami Pritala. I said, he's so around, get contaminated sometimes. I told him, like some years back, everything will burn, but your house will not burn. And funny, everything around was burned. The neighbor's house was burned, the neighbor was burned. The grandma's house was burned. Everything was burned, but the house, the patio was burned, what's it called? Eliana, help me. The verandas, yes, was burned, the porch was burned, everything was burned. Even the jacuzzi was burned. But the house didn't get burned. So while talking to him, he reminded me of that. But the beliefs, you see, if one believes truly in the word of the Master, one will never go wrong. The moment one starts to doubt that word, then there is a big distance. Sometimes some soul is called for a short time, giving them the opportunity to change. But if still they don't change, they still hanged upon their own foolishness of their old self, then it's time for them to move. So the divine also arrange it so that they can carry on what they have in their mind, what their desire is. You see? So never underestimate, the word of a Sadguru. You may feel that at that moment now you're right. Later, when you have that doubt inside of your mind, thinking yes, but it is wrong. So who would you believe? What is in your mind or the word of the Master? You see, throughout thousands and thousands of years, people have been celebrating this day, the day of the Guru. From Vyasa time, they have been celebrating Vyasa Purnima. This asan that we sit on is Vyasa asan. It's for sage Vyasa. The one who have compiled the Bhagavatam. The one who have written the Bhagavad Gita and so on. The Puranas, the Veda, no? So, this asan is not just a seat, If everybody was like the Guru, their word must have certain power, no? Then why what you say doesn't happen? So, your journey is firstly to rediscover yourself. And the duty of the Sadguru is to bring you to the feet of the Lord Himself. There is no other agenda. The Guru doesn't need anything from anyone. What he needs is your full trust and belief. Then he can carry you. If that is not there, how can he give you the Lord Himself? He can't. Because you're not ready. Only when you are ready, He can reveal the Lord to you. There is this famous verse, where it said that Bhagwan, Govind, is standing, and it's from Kabir, actually. Govind, Lord Krishna, is standing, and the Guru is standing. Who shall I bow down first to? Here Kabir said, I bow down to Guru first. Because without Guru, I would have never known who is Govind. And this is the same for everyone. Bhagwan, we have all the Swarup here. The Bhagavan will reveal himself only when one is truly surrendered to the feet of the Guru. And that you would see everywhere, not only in Hinduism. In many other religions you will see, but when you take shelter to the feet of the master or the teacher, then they teach you how to transcend the mind, how to transform that mind which is running toward the outside, but to surrender it to the feet of the Lord himself. There's a beautiful story. There were once a thief. So this thief was a very well-known one, because he will attack everybody who were passing in the forests. Whenever somebody, even the king, when they will be passing through the forest, they will be so scared of him. So one day, in a certain village, there was a saintly man, a guru there. So everybody will be going to the guru. And the thief was thinking, why everybody is going to this old man? Then he, by curiosity, he also went. When he went there, he was touched by the love of the Guru. After everybody left, he very shyly approached the Guru. But as he was approaching the Guru, his mind was jumping around. Look, if he asks me something, I don't think I will be able to give him. If he tell me not to steal anything, to stop stealing, I can't stop like that. So I don't think I will be able to. I will tell him straight away, don't ask me for that. So he went to the Guru, bowed down to the master. Then he said, Guru, I want to take you as my Guru Maharaj, as my Gurudev. And the Guru looked at him, said, well, you're a famous thief. Then he stopped. Please, one thing I'm asking you. Don't tell me to stop stealing. And the Guru said, no. I'm not asking you to stop stealing. Carry on stealing. But I asked you only 3 things. Never lie. Second, whoever come to your door, never let them go without feeding them. Third, whenever you hear the bell of the temple ring for Aarti, you must go there. He was thinking, okay, that's easy. Lying, I don't lie. Because when somebody tells me I'll steal, I do steal it. And so it's good. I can feed everybody. I have enough mean. So he took the blessing of the Guru and said, of course, going to temple for Aarti. Wonderful. I have time for it. So I can finish my work a little bit early. So he started feeding whoever go to his house, and he was very happy about it. And he would never lie. So somebody come and tell him, did you steal in my house today? Something is missing in my house. He said, yes, I did. So he was frank. So this goes on. One day there was a group of sadhu that came to his house. There were not enough food in the house. So he was wondering, what shall I do? There's not enough food to feed everybody. And Guru Maharaj have said that I should feed everyone. Now that there is not enough food, what I should do? So he said, I will go and steal the food. So he was on the way to steal. So his way to go to steal, he went to steal in the storage of the king. So he took lots of food, but he could not carry it in his hand. So he stole the royal horse also. So when the royal horse was stolen, of course all the guards was alarmed and running behind him. He rushed quickly. And to the great chance, at the same time the bell of the temple is ringing. So they have to fulfill what Guru Maharaj have said. Have to go for Aarti. So he went to the temple, tied the horse outside, went inside, do the Aarti. When he come out, the guard was around. They caught him. Took him to the king. So in front of the king, they asked him, have you stolen anything from the king? He said, yes, I stole inside your storage for food because there was sadhu in my place, and my Guru Maharaj have said to feed them, so I have to feed them. There was no other place to have enough food, so I stole it from you. And they asked him, did you steal the royal horse also? I said, yes, I did. At the same time, there was a guard coming, saying, but this is not the royal horse, because the royal horse is red, and this horse is black. And how come? That horse, said, but I did steal that horse. And when I stole that horse, it was red. When I tied it there, how it became black is only my Guru Maharaj knows how it happened. So hearing that story, the king heart melted. Said, if by the grace of the Guru that could happen, that means that the Guru have seen something inside of that person which he himself have never seen inside of him. Something more deeper. So then the king said, listen, I forgive you for whatever you have done. From now on, you don't need to steal anything. So whatever you want, come and take. He was very happy. So he took all the food, bring it at home, feed the sadhus, feed everybody. But then in his mind he was wondering, how is it possible that horse have changed? Who can change the color of a horse by his own will? That was troubling him inside of him. then that great longing awake inside of him. Then he started to reflect upon saying, if he, through just his sankalp, he have trapped me by giving me the three things, which I didn't even willingly wanted to change myself, but he have changed me. Not only me, he have created that wonder. Then he have much more things to give me. So having that thought, he left everything and went and take shelter to the feet of the Master completely. You see, this story is a story of everyone. Often you don't want to change. But when you find your path in life, then you start looking at your life itself. You say, yes, I must change something. You see, to get something great, what Bhagavan said is only your mind have to change. Only your mind must surrender. And that's what the Guru do. He give you that grace so that you can turn your mind to the feet of the Supreme Lord Himself. So that you can attain Him. You can be with Him. You can serve Him. So for that to happen, that belief in the word of the Master, the word of the Guru, must be there fully. So, Jai Gurudev everybody, and happy Gurupurnima. Blessing.